So I have a huge eyesore in my office and I'm sure you can see it. It's right there. Honestly, it's just missing drywall and such, but we need access to that area right now because we are remodeling our home. And I can't stand having it look like that because in my videos, it looks like crap. So I figured, you know what? I should put something up there that like I can remove when we need to, but it can be covered in a pretty, aesthetically pleasing way. Really just pretty. That's all I care about. I'm going to be using paper flowers and I thought I could do this by myself or I could show you guys how I do it because you have to have an SVG. So we're going to create our SVG flowers, which people go absolutely nuts for in the digital realm. And then I will show you guys how I send it to my cutting machine and basically make a flower. So I won't do the whole entire project with you guys, but it'll be kind of fun to show you guys how you can create an SVG like this, you know, so that you guys can put these in your shops if you're interested in making digital files like SVGs. And then also so you can see how it might cut out and therefore how to create one yourselves if you guys feel like. So the paper that we're going to be using today, I had a Michael's Rewards for $15. Yes, I got these and they're so pretty, like crazy pretty. I don't even know if I can show all of it. But the point is that they're freaking adorable and perfect. So that's what we're going to make our flowers out of. Let's jump over and what am I going to use? What should I use to create an SVG today? I think we will just go ahead and use Affinity Designer because that is my platform of choice and you guys want some more tutorials on it anyway. So let's head over to Affinity and get started. All right, so we're in Affinity Designer and I just have a canvas size of 3600 by 3600 pixels, which is usually what I design in anyways, but it's also a 12 by 12 canvas, which is perfect for my cutting machine and the paper that I purchased. So I know that my flowers are not going to be any larger than a 12-inch flower. Some of them I'm going to do smaller, but the canvas is going to be perfect for what we need. So I'm going to choose a shape just in the simple shapes area here. And I think I will go ahead and stick with the, actually I was going to do the tear tool, but I think I'm going to do the heart tool. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just start kind of creating a shape here. And if you are seeing a different color than I am, over here you can adjust it to whatever color you want. I like to use black for my SVG files, so that would be what I would suggest. So there is a heart shape, but we don't want it to really be a full heart shape. I'm thinking I would like it to just kind of barely come together like a leaf or like a petal. So what we can do is we can double click or we can click on the white arrow over here, basically the node tool, and I can bring this up just where I want. And I think that would make a way better looking petal. Okay, and then we're gonna go back to the move tool and I'm going to shrink this down just a bit here. And then I'm gonna put this up here. And I still think it's going to be a bit too large because we want multiple petals to fit on here. So we're going to make this a little bit smaller and see if we like that size. Okay, so let's do, I'm going to hold the Alt key down and I'm basically just duplicating here. And then I want to obviously have it be in a mirror effect. So I'm going to click flip vertical and that's just going to have it kind of look like a mirrored effect. Okay. And then we need to pay attention to how we want these to join together. So for this one, we have one up here, one up here. And so what I'll do is I will hold the Shift key down and then I will hold the Alt key down and that will basically duplicate those two again. And then I'm going to just turn it a bit. There we go. And they're still both selected. So I'm going to go ahead and center this up in the right spot. That looks good. All right, so now we have 4 petals, but I want the 4 petals to be connected. So I'm going to add another shape into here to be able to connect them. So I'm going to use the rectangle here, and I'm going to go like this to connect these two. And then like this, we'll do it again, but first I want to make sure that that's the right size. Okay, that looks good. This looks good. And so I'm going to duplicate again. So I'm just gonna hold the Alt key down. That's how I like to do it. Don't pay attention to Zoe here. It's a cat house. I tell ya, just have an animal house and then I'm just living here. All right. And then, yes, you too, Millie. You too. It's not a cat house. You're right. You're a dog. Okay. So you could leave it like this. all right? But what we wanna do is pay attention to how much space there is between. Basically what's going to happen is, since I'm going to layer them, this will work okay for my design because I can just turn it and pivot it, but you will want to make sure that there's enough base here in the center. So I think what I'll do is I'll actually add another circle in the center that's going to help connect them. Let's test that and see if I like that. All right, so what I'll do is I will just play around with the sizing here and we'll shrink it down a bit more. I think that's going to give us a really nice shape, but I'm not so sure it's fully centered. So I'm going to select the circle, the rectangle here, and I want to center these up. So I'm gonna go to alignment and I'm going to hit center there and center this way. Perfect. And now I'm going to group these together into, basically merge them into one shape instead of having 3 different elements. So we'll click on this button here and that will merge it into one shape. So now what we want to do is we want to save this as an SVG file. So we'll go to File, and then we'll go to Export. And then right up here, we're going to click there and we're going to go down to SVG. And then we'll click Export. So then you'll just save it as an SVG and then that's it. That's all you have to do. So let's go ahead and head over to my iCraft studio so that we can see how we can cut this out and get our flowers built. So now we're in Idea Studio for my iCraft cutting machine and I'm just going to upload that SVG onto the canvas here. So we're going to go to File, Upload, grab my SVG file, and then we are going to resize it for the canvas. It looks like it came in as a very large file. So what I'll do is I will just grab this and then click on 12. And then it will just automatically put that at a 12 by 12 here. So I'm going to make this just a bit smaller because we obviously don't want it to fit the entire page, but we do want it to be pretty darn big. I think that looks really good. Nice. I like to have a little bit of space on the sides just in case. And now it's time to choose a paper. I think we'll go with this one for the first flower, which means the first layer. I hope you guys can see that. It's so pretty. So now we will just place on our mat here. See what I mean by going off of it, like making that extra space in case of error? Because user error, my friends, user error. All right, so let's get her loaded up. Now back to the software to set it up. So now we just need to make sure our settings are good. So I have my device right here, which is correct. I have it set to cut and then a standard cut, not a print and cut. We have a cutting mat. We have a 12 by 12 cutting mat. We only have one color, so that makes it super nice and easy. And then the type, we're gonna go here, and then I'm gonna click on Other, and go to Others again, and I'm going to pick the cardstock down here that says 120 gram. That seems to be the best setting for this type of paper. And so it's going to give a force of 7.5, a speed of 5, and then 2 passes. Then we just have to click Add to Task, and here's our operation right here, and we'll just click on Start. Okay, and she is done. And there we go. Look at that. Perfect cut. Awesome. Okay, so now we have 3 different ones created here. And all we have to do is stack them up in whatever order we want. I have gone ahead and kind of folded and fluffed this up and then bent it as well. So I'm gonna do the same with these other ones. Now they do have like special tools for this, but I'm not making flowers all the time. This is just, you know, something I want to do. But you can also use a pencil or something to help kind of change the direction of the petals. But like I said, they do have a tool for this you can get. I think they even have it at Michael's. But this is gonna work for me. So I do have a slight rip right here, but it'll be fine. I'm just gonna bend these up a bit. Okay, and then we'll do the same for this one. So not like a harsh bend, just a slight little bend, because once we put these all together, they will kind of fluff up and just, you know, and then you can also arrange them more after that. You can make some go up, some go down. I'm just doing a really simple flower because I do plan on making multiple of these and different types of flower and all of that. So I think we might want to do this one in the back, and then we can maybe layer this right here, and then this one kind of like this. Let's see. That might look really cute. So what I'll do is I'll use double-sided tape and we'll fluff some more. But this will basically be my little flower. So I'm going to go ahead and fluff it and put it together, and then I will show you guys the end result. Okay, are you ready to see it? Look at our beautiful first flower. The details on her are beautiful. The cut lines are perfect. And it was so easy to create this SVG. I mean, it took us like seconds to create that in Affinity Designer, merge those shapes so that we have the petals, and then you just cut it over and over to create a beautiful, luxurious looking paper flower. I absolutely love it. And of course, you can use all different types of materials to do it, but that's why selling SVGs online is so popular. They're so versatile, but they're also so easy to create. Of course, that depends on whether you're making a really intricate SVG design or not. But in this case, I mean, that took us seconds, really. So think about how long it would realistically take you to create an SVG bundle of petals. And you could be like all these other shops making hundreds, if not thousands of dollars selling this type of SVG design. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I know it was a little bit different, combining two different things like SVG digital designing and then also creating a craft. But you know, sometimes it's fun to mix things up a bit and have a little fun on the channel. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so that you get notified every single time I post a video. If you did like this video and want more content like this, please let me know in the comments down below. I'm happy to do more types of videos like this if you want to be able to see a digital product in physical action. Now go out there, go design a life you love, and we will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.